Happy Thursday. We're back for another edition of live videos here at Nourish with Emily, the Nourish with Emily Facebook group, and I'm so excited to be here tonight. I hope you're having a wonderful Thursday. As usual, if you're hopping on live, please comment Team Live. If you're watching this replay, please comment Team Replay. I'm a little bit early, but that's because my mom and I are going to go do some Pilates before I finish studying for my CPT exam, which I'm hopefully going to take tomorrow. Maybe Sunday, maybe early next week. I have not decided yet because I'm a little nervous. But yeah, so if you're watching this live, say live. If you're watching this replay, please comment Team Replay. Kelly's on. Hey, Kelly. Are you outside walking while you're watching this? I have a feeling that you might be, or you're chowing down on an amazing dinner. So it's 6 to 1, half dozen the other. But happy Thursday, Kelly. So as I teased, I was going to talk about the one thing that we need to have in our routine that you probably don't have that's going to help with weight loss. Best nutritionist ever. Thank you so much, Kelly. I love you so much, and I can't wait to talk next. I'll send you the video this week, and then we talk next week. Woohoo! So, all right. Hey, Nicole. Happy you're here. So the one thing that your diet, your intake is really missing that's going to be most helpful with your weight loss. Hey, Nicole. Yes, Nicole's Team Live. So that one thing that you're be missing with the weight loss, and I actually, one of my clients sent me her food and was like, I totally realized I didn't have this at breakfast time and I was starving all afternoon. You know what it is? You know what it is? It's fiber. So fiber is one of the most important things that we need for our weight loss. If you're trying to lose weight, if you're trying to be healthier overall. Why? Because of two things. Fiber cannot be broken down and digested by the body. Fiber is just something that our body will work really hard at trying to digest, break down, and utilize. However, it cannot. So what it does is it works really hard, keeps you fuller for longer, and then it does two things because there's two different types of fiber. One type of fiber, soluble fiber, is like a sponge for the digestive system. It's going to soak up all the excess fat, triglycerides, all of that. It's going to soak all that up. And then, so that's the soluble. So it's going to soak up all the excess fat and triglycerides, and it'll help get it out of the body. So it'll naturally lower your blood cholesterol levels, lower your triglyceride levels, while increasing your HDL, that good cholesterol levels. And then number two, insoluble fiber is like a sweep for the digestive system, help moving things along so that you are regular and not constipated. Because one of the main things that we see variables in our weight over, the course of the week is if we're not, my dad's standing here watching me. Is if we're not eating enough fiber and not going to the bathroom regularly. So if you don't go to the bathroom for a couple of days, your weight is obviously going to go up because you're holding on to all that excess food waste. So insoluble fiber is so, so important too. Now you can get fiber from 3 main sources. Are we ready for this? If you're ready for this, say heck yeah down in the comments below if you're ready for this. So that is going to be fruits are a wonderful source of fiber, especially fruits that have skins. And seeds in them too. So think apples are an awesome source of fiber. 5 grams of fiber per apple, which is a lot of fiber. Raspberries, strawberries are great sources of fiber because of all those little seeds. A cup of raspberries has 8 grams of fiber in it. That's amazing. And that is that insoluble fiber. Now, vegetables are also a source of fiber as well. So think more of those rougher vegetables, like celery is absolutely all of the little lines, I guess you could say, in the celery. Any of them that have the skins, really great sources of fiber. All of our vegetables, the starchy vegetables and the non-starchy vegetables. Potatoes even have 3 grams of fiber in them. So that's a big positive too. So fruits, vegetables, whole grains. So for a grain to be considered a whole grain, it's going to have 3 parts to it: the bran, the endosperm, and the germ. So it's like, think of this as your little grain. It's got the bran, the endosperm, and the germ, all of it right here. If it has all of those things, that means it's going to be a lot better for you than a refined grain. So like a white bread, things like that. I'd rather you have a whole wheat bread or whole grain bread over white bread. So that whole grain right there has the bran, the endosperm, and the germ. And within inside those bran, endosperm, and germ is the heart-healthy fats, the protein, and the fiber that naturally come in whole grains. So by having whole grains, think like oatmeal. You're eating oats. Literally, that is a soluble fiber that'll help to soak up the excess fat and triglycerides to help lower those levels. So those are things that you should all have in our diets. We need at least 2 servings of fruit a day and 3 servings of vegetables a day. That's what the current recommendation is. Some of my clients, we have them a little bit higher, maybe even a little bit lower, but that's what the basic recommendation is. I can give you personalized recommendations when you work with me as a one-on-one client. And then for whole grains, half of our grain intake should be whole grains. Half of our grain intake should be whole grains to make sure we're getting that extra fiber. So how much fiber do we need a day? Women need 25 grams of fiber a day, and men need 35 to 38 grams of fiber a day. Now, you might be tracking your food and be like, I'm only getting 15. Like, no wonder I'm starving all the time. It's ridiculous. So you start to increase your fiber, you're increasing your whole grain intake, you're increasing your fruit and vegetable intake. All of a sudden, you're constipated. Why? Because when we increase our fiber, we have to increase our water intake as well, or else we can become backed up and plugged. So when we're increasing that fiber, we have to increase our water to make sure it's all functioning properly. So 25 grams of fiber for women, 35 to 38 grams of fiber for men. We need water when we're increasing our fiber, staying on top of fruits, vegetables, and whole grains to make sure that we're getting enough of that in there, and you're all set to go. Fiber really is something that's going to help fill you up and keep you fuller for longer. Fiber really does that. It takes up more space in your stomach, lessens the opportunity for you to overeat, which is then overeating calories, overeating on food, which can contribute to weight gain. So if we fill up on those fiber-rich foods, it's going to be so much better. And fiber helps to feed that good gut bacteria that you got in there. So it's only helping your microbiome. Woohoo! So that's the one thing that you are most likely missing in your diet, in your routine. So I'm going to challenge you. Can you get 25 grams of fiber in tomorrow? If you can, I want you to share it in this group and you may just win a prize. So track your food and let me know. Now, if you have any questions, please just shoot me a message. I am Emily Tills, your registered dietitian and nutrition coach. And if you're interested in working with me one-on-one, I may have a spot or two open at the end of April to get started. So please send me a message. We'll get you ready to go and on a call and get you moving. Have a wonderful night. We'll talk soon.